Hey, Miguel Martinez Juarez here. Wow, I just read a chapter in preparation for this discussion on persistence, and it's wow. I got blown away. Right, two things so I don't forget it. One, that it's not the amount of time that you feel a wish fulfilled that will bring its manifestation. It's the frequency, meaning throughout the day, throughout the time, you gotta feel like that person. Feel abundant throughout the day. Feel the love throughout the day. Feel the health. Feel the strength, the energy, the passion. Right? Feel the happiness. All right. Feel the love of your passion, right? Or how Florence will say, right, there's the square of life, right? Love, wealth, health, and perfect self-expression. Okay. Perfect self-expression, that's your purpose, all right? Your purpose, we all have a purpose here, okay? You can always decide what you want to do, what you don't want to do, okay? You can follow your purpose or not, right? You can stay in the state of kind of ignorance, right? But we all have a purpose here, okay? And you got to ask yourself, what do I love? What's my purpose? What's my purpose? What's my purpose? What do I love? What do I love? And in time, you'll get in that vibration, and that idea will come to you. But that was off on a little tangent. Let's talk about persistence now. Chapter 23 in The Power of Awareness, all right, talks about persistence, okay? And persistence is what's going to get you to your goal, okay? It's another principle, okay, in Think and Grow Rich, okay? Think and Grow Rich. Persistence. Persistence is another word for faith, because you wouldn't persist if you didn't have faith. And persistence is that constant feeling of your wish fulfilled, right? Seeing it, affirming it, okay, and feeling it, right? If you go to chapter 2 of Think and Grow Rich, which is the where you have the outline of what to do, right? The affirmations that Napoleon Hill tells you to do. He tells you to do it morning and night, upon waking and before going to sleep, to do your affirmation, right? And tells you how to write it out. It's basically, it gives you a self-image, right, of your success, right, and your intention. Okay, now persistence, page 194. Okay, it's called, okay, the subheading for the chapter persistence is the sustained effort necessary to induce faith. Okay, persistence. All right. Because once you accomplish something, once you've manifested something, you're like, whoa, I just did that, and you know you can do other things, okay? Now, this is not a beer. This is a non-alcoholic brew, which is kind of like fake cigarettes, you know, but alcohol version. You know, I kind of grew up drinking beer, but I don't drink alcohol anymore. I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke weed. Those make me feel bad. I like to feel good. And drinking makes me feel bad. Smoking makes me feel bad too, right? Alcohol, or real alcohol, gets me sleepy and like makes me want to do crazy things, which I don't want to do, right? Smoking weed makes me sleepy and tired, and I don't want to do that. I haven't done that. I forgot when it was the last time. Probably years, right? But you know, I live in California. That stuff's around it all over the place. But it's just not for me. It doesn't make me feel good. Okay, now. Persistence. Okay, there's a lot of stories of persistence here. There's people that go through years, right? He has stories about people who got through years until they reached their goal, like love, right? But you must be persistent, never give up. And I have some good news for you with Neville Goddard. Okay, myself and Neville Goddard. Okay, so I'll get into Neville Goddard's tips and discussion on that, but first, I want to start with my experiences of persistence. I was incarcerated at 18. Okay, 20, about a month before I turned 20, I was released. And throughout that time, I knew I wanted to go to college because, you know, you're in a place where you can only imagine and picture good things. You can only imagine and picture good things. Okay, because you're in a place where it's not so beautiful. There's no women there either. Okay, So I was like, oh man, I had to picture everything, visualize everything. And the main thing that I visualized was going back home, come back to my family, who I had a sudden realization they really loved me, right? Because they would send me letters, okay, and sometimes send me money, right, to buy things, right, to buy a few things, that you need. And I persisted in the vision, okay, and I acted like a college student. I would ask friends to let me borrow books, and I would read them, and I would study the words and then find out what they meant, and et cetera, et cetera. And so it took me, after I was released, right? This was in California, right? And I'm located in California, in Rolling Heights, California now. I went to community college. I got a AA degree. The first 2 years, I got an AA degree. I got a social and behavioral sciences degree. And then I went to UCLA, got transferred to UCLA, and I got a BA in history. Okay, so I did 3 years to get a BA in history. And then I did another 2 years, okay, another 2 years in a master's program. And I got a master's degree in African American studies because my focus was U.S. history and race, okay? So I studied that. That was also my emphasis. And it took me about 8 years. I ended in almost 9 years, because I ended in June 2018. June 2018, I graduated with my master's degree, and it was already gonna be 2019. So yes, it hasn't been that long. It's been about 2 years. 2 years since I've graduated. Okay, but that was the vision that I had, and I accomplished it. And I knew after the master's degree that was it. It was it, and something new was calling me, and I found it. Okay, I found it. My purpose is to empower you, to let you know who you are, right? And you are consciousness. You are I am. Okay, consciousness. So guess what else is consciousness? God is consciousness. Pure consciousness. So you're actually God having a human experience. Yeah. You have to read and understand this stuff. I recommend the book At Your Command by Neville Goddard. He talks about that. He talks about who you are. Okay, we talked to a lot of people. Maybe you've been watching a lot of other people. Leor Alexandra, Aaron, I forget his last name. Starts with a D. So I'm not gonna say the last name because I don't want to say the incorrect one. Okay, and all these other authors. Okay, Florence Scovel Shinn, Neville Goddard. Okay. So, and so that's my experience of persistence, right? Now I have a new vision, okay? I have a new vision that I am, okay? All right, I'm living in Rolling Heights, California. I'm living on Vantage Point Drive, okay? It's one of the most beautiful views in the world, in my opinion, okay? And I'm living abundantly, okay? Financially free, and I'm doing what I love, okay? I am. Ooh, feels so good. And so, you must persist in your vision. It took me 8 years to get to my vision, but that's because, there's this, education has a system. I could have done a little faster if I really wanted to push. But in that case, it's something that had to take time, right? It had to take time. And I didn't choose UCLA. UCLA kind of chose me. So I was always grateful. I always go to sleep and give thanks, okay? I would minimum say the Our Father and give thanks for the day, at minimum. Now I do things different. Now I visualize, write 10 things I'm grateful for, and give thanks for the day, okay? That's what I do, okay? Now, let's talk about what Neville Goddard means by persistence, okay? He talks about frequency, okay, of your wish fulfilled. Okay, that's persistence. Okay, he says you must have persistence. Here's a quote that I got from him. Okay, he quotes the Bible, Luke 18, chapter 18, and verse 1. Man ought always to pray and not to faint. In this context, pray means to give thanks for already having what you desire, okay? And faint, of course, don't stop, okay? Don't faint in that, okay? And he writes, only persistency in the assumption of the wish fulfilled can cause those subtle changes in your mind which result in the desired change in your life. It matters not whether they be angels, Elijah, or reluctant judges. These are examples from previous stories, right? He makes a lot of quotes. He does a lot of quotes. All must respond in harmony with your persistent assumption. Okay? Now, let's clarify that. Okay? So you must keep feeling the feeling of the wish fulfilled until it is manifest. Okay? And it's not about time. It's not talking about time. And I'm going to read this entire block that I kind of highlighted just a little bit. I highlighted just a little bit, but I'm going to read the entire block. Okay? Because it's very important. It just blew my mind. Okay? Now, he writes, and the maintained attitude that gets you there, so that you think from your wish fulfilled instead of thinking about your wish, is aided by assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled frequently. It is the frequency, not the length of time, that makes it natural. That to which you constantly return constitutes your truest self. Frequent occupancy of the feeling of the wish fulfilled is the secret of success. Okay, so he says the frequency is what's going to get you to get your manifestation. It would have been better if he would have said the secret of manifestation. But you can use it. You can use success as well, right? Kind of synonymously. Secret of success. Feeling the feeling. Because you don't get what you want, you get who you are. Right? And when you're in harmony with when you're on the same vibration to what you want, you get it. Okay? You get it. Sometimes it happens instantly. And Florence tells us in her book, The Game of Life and How to Play It, that if we had no doubt, if we had no fear, and we're truly connected to the divine mind, God, our manifestations will be instantly. And in fact, some manifestations might just materialize out of thin air. That's how Jesus did the loaves and fishes, right? And she has a few stories where she believes that some of these manifestations were actually just manifested out of thin air. She says that could have been the case. Okay? Oh, but now a lot of ideas about quantum physics just came into my mind. And for example, this is the one that came to my mind. Atoms are actually waves. If a mind is not staring at something, it's a wave. But if a mind is focused on it, it turns to an atom again. All right? And so this kind of goes back to what is real, right? I kind of lost my train of thought right now, but that came into my mind. Okay, so what is real, and are what's around us actually there? Is it actually really there? If it's just a wave and then we look at it and it turns physical? How different is that from manifesting something out of thin air? Right? Something to think about. Now, and if you read the autobiography of a yogi by Yogananda, he talks about that. Oh, it's so cool. It's so cool. So welcome. If you have not heard about topics like this, but this is resonating, welcome. Okay, and those who are already initiated, you're probably enjoying this as much as I am. Okay, so welcome. And this is the importance of persistence. Okay, it's the persistence of the feeling. Okay, the frequency is what's most important, not the amount of time. Don't think, oh, it's gonna happen. It's gonna take a year for this to happen. No, focus on the feeling. Yeah, you can set a deadline that will help you, take action towards it, right? Remember, the house not in your domain. And yes, take action. Like how I acted as a college student, acted like a college student, right? I was incarcerated. I couldn't do anything, but I had to act like that. The moment I was released, I went to college, did everything, passed my classes. I was enthusiastic. I was grateful. I got everything I had to do. And people who don't have that type of experience because they weren't in the vibration to it, they didn't really want it. Maybe they were just doing it because their family told them to do it, right? Or because society told them to do it, but it wasn't really their true calling. Okay, not everyone has to go to college, right? I'm not using my degree now. Okay, I'm in sales. I'm in business, right? I'm writing books. Okay, so I'm an entrepreneur. Okay, um, right? So we all go through different experiences. Okay, and whatever you want. Okay, if it could be a, a sporting um, endeavor, right? Or a sporting goal. You know, you want to be a champion in boxing and basketball, etc. You got to see yourself as that and feel like that and act like it too. You know, act confident. People who might think, oh, you're cocky or whatever, they won't even do that probably, because if you're in a good loving vibration, people won't even think about that. But you start feeling like that person. Guess what? It's gonna happen. It has to happen. It's law. Excuse me. It's law. Okay. Yeah, this thing is like a real beer, but without the alcohol. Okay, so that's it for today. Again, I went over persistence, the importance of persistence, and persisting in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Okay, uh, you have everything you need already inside of you. You are consciousness. You are divine consciousness, and God is consciousness. However, you are consciousness having a human experience. Okay. Now, as this channel develops, as I develop, we'll be talking more about that. Okay. Um, be persistent. Feel the feelings of the wish fulfilled frequently. Remember, it's not about the time; it's about the frequency. All right. And you want more information? Check out The Power of Your Awareness by Neville Goddard. The Power of Awareness, excuse me, The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard. Check out the chapter Think and Grow Rich, Persistence. Yeah, this is it for today. It's important. And I really like this one because I was really I'm very persistent in what I go for. And it also has to do with my work ethic, and kind of like my past programming, thinking that I have to work hard. But now that I'm really understanding this information, it's you actually have to be calm, be poised, to let God, the divine plan, flow through you, and let your manifestations come through. Because you want to feel good, you want to be poised and calm. Okay? Because if you're resistant, okay, feeling good means non-resistant. Feeling bad means you're resistant and you're blocking your good. You're feeling negative, you're feeling fear. Just know that that's not true. Fear is just hoping for something bad to happen. Know this, understand that, and get out of that vibration. Come back to the good vibration. And this video could be that, because it gives you the truth, of who you are, that you are divine consciousness. Okay? And ultimately you are part of the divine mind. And in divine mind, there is only completion. Okay? There's only abundance in love, wealth, health, happiness, and everything. All right? I hope you like this one, and thank you. Okay? Till next time.